Here we go, another English practice, week 6, oh no, week 42, and day 7, which is Sunday. Let's go and do another page. Here we go, this will be, oh no, computer started, let's switch it off again. Computer, alright, so acutely. Acutely. If you feel or notice something acutely, you feel or notice it very strongly. He was acutely aware of the odor of cooking oil. If a feeling or quality is acutely unpleasant, it is extremely unpleasant. It was an acutely uncomfortable journey back to London. Ad. An ad is an advertisement. She replied to a Lonely Hearts ad. AD. If you use AD in dates to indicate the number of years or centuries that have passed since the year in which Jesus Christ is believed to have been born, compare BC. The cathedral was destroyed by the Great Fire of 1136 AD. The Roman Empire was divided in the 4th century AD. Adage. An adage is something which people often say and which expresses a general truth about some aspect of life. The old adage, every baby brings its own love. Adagio. Adagio, written above a piece of music, means that it should be played slowly. An adagio is a piece of music that is played slowly. Samuel Barber's Adagio for strings, the adagio movement of his Sixth Symphony. Adamant. If someone is adamant about something, they are determined not to change their mind about it. The Prime Minister is adamant that he will not resign. Sue was adamant about that job in Australia. Adamantly. She was adamantly opposed to her husband travelling to Brussels. Adam's apple. Your Adam's apple is the lump that sticks out of the front of your neck below your throat. Adapt. If you adapt to a new situation or adapt yourself to it, you change your ideas or behavior in order to deal with it successfully. The world will be different, and we will have to be prepared to adapt to a change. They have had to adapt themselves to a war economy. If you adapt something, you change it to make it suitable for a new purpose or situation. Shelves were built to adapt to a library for use as an office. If you adapt a book or a play, you change it so that it can be made into a film or a television program. The script writer helped him to adapt his novel for the screen. The film has been adapted from a play of the same title. Adaptable. If you describe a person or animal as adaptable, you mean that they are able to change their ideas or behavior in order to deal with new situation. A more adaptable and skilled workforce. Adaptability. The adaptability of wool is one of its great attractions. Adaptation. An adaptation of a book or play is a film or a television program that is based on it. Branagh screen adaptation of Shakespeare Henry V. Adaptation is the act of changing something or changing your behavior to make it suitable for a new purpose or situation. Most living creatures are capable of adaptation when compelled to do so. Adapted, 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 adapted. If something is adapted to a particular situation or purpose, it is especially suitable for it. The camel's feet were well adapted for dry sand, are useless in mud. On mud. Adaption, adaption, adaption. Adaption means the same as adaptation. Adaption, adaptation. Adaptive. Adaptive means having the ability or tendency to adapt to different situations. Societies need to develop highly adaptive behavioral rules for survival. Adapter, adapter, adapter. An adapter is a special device for connecting electrical equipment to a power supply or for connecting different pieces of electrical or electronic equipment together. The adapter. The adapter of a book or play is the person who rewrites it for a film or a television program. Add. If you add one thing to another, you put it in or on the other thing to increase, complete, or improve. And the grated cheese to the sauce. Add the grated cheese to the sauce. Since 1901, chlorine has been added to drinking water. He wants to add a huge sports complex to Binfield Manor. If you add numbers or amounts together, you calculate their total. Banks add all the interest and other charges together. 2 and 3 added together are 5. Add up means to same as add. More than a quarter of 7-year-olds cannot add up properly. We just added all the numbers up and divided one by the other. He said the numbers simply did not add up. If one thing adds to another, it makes the other thing greater in degree or amount. This latest incident will add to the pressure on the government. To add a particular quality to something means to cause it to have that quality. The generous amount of garlic adds flavor. Pictures add interests to plain painted walls. If you add something that when you are speaking you say something more. You can tell that he's extremely embarrassed by Mr. Bridgeton added. The president agreed. Added that he hoped for a peaceful solution. To add an insult to injury, see insult. Add in. If you add in something, you include it as a part of something else. Once the vegetables start to cook, add a couple of tablespoons of water. Add on. If one thing is added onto another, it is attached to the other thing or is made a part of it. Holiday makers can also add on a week in Majorca, before or after the cruise. To the re is a large dining room added on early this century. If you add on an extra amount or item to a list or total, you include it. Many loan applications forms automatically add on insurance. If facts or events do not add up, they make you confused about a situation because they do not seem to be consistent. If something that someone has said or done adds up, it is reasonable and sensible. Police said they arrested Olivia because her statements did not add up. If small amounts of something add up, they gradually increase. If amounts add up to a particular total, they result in that total when they are put together. For a hit show, profits can add up to millions of dollars. Synonyms: add, include. The president is expected to include this idea in education plan. Attach. The gadget can be attached to any vertical surface. Supplement. I suggest supplementing your diet with vitamins E and A. Append. Violet appended a note on the end of the letter. I counted 34 wild goats grazing. Calculate. From this, you can calculate the total mass in the galaxy. Add up. It's good to be able to add up quickly. Total. They haven't totaled the exact figures. ADD. ADD is an abbreviation for attention deficit disorder. Added. You use added to say that something has more a particular thing or quality. For added protection, choose a lipstick with sunscreen. Added value. In marketing, added value is something which makes a product more appealing to customers. Addendum. An addendum is an additional section at the end of a book or document. Cool. Alright, so here we finished reading page 18. Tomorrow will be 19. We'll put the arrow there so it points to the right page. And if you happen to watch this was reading dictionary to improve my vocabulary and improve my pronunciation, also fluency in speaking. Yeah, I think it's a good brain training. Alright, if you watched it, thanks for watching.